If you happen to have a bad draw, it can help you sort of rebound from that, potentially. Obviously, it's not going to change the whole hand that you have. It's just one single card, but it's okay. Not a necessarily bad event. Celebrations already talked about. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is create a deck that I would think is pretty much in line with what most of you new players would have. So the goal of my deck is going to be the same as yours. I guess I'll go creatures and spells, since that's what most of you guys are doing. So I want to go for a control aggro deck. So we'll go for these Tithe Collectors. They're a common card. Maybe you guys don't have 4 yet, but I'm just going to throw in 4. I could go with Dark Assassins. I'll consider that. But right now what I want to do is get my foundation of my deck. And these are going to be my the base of my deck. And what I want to have is a nice curve of 1 cost in both resource and might, all the way up to probably 4. I'll probably do a 4 might deck, just like most of you guys. So I need a equal-ish number, or at least a good number of cards that are low cost compared to my high cost. If you have too many low cost cards, when you get to the end of the game, you won't be able to kill any opponent's creatures. If you have too many high cost, you won't be able to play anything in the beginning of the game, and you'll be too far behind to come back. So you need what's considered a good curve of creatures in order to maintain board presence, as is the goal of this deck, and sort of carry you throughout the game. So I am going to throw my one happy little wolf captain in here, because I don't think 1 is too hard for you guys to get. You do have wild cards now from the Altar of Wishes up here, so you can probably get 1 wolf captain fairly soon if you haven't already. I think I will play with my Loyal Griffins. I think I will play with my Holy Praetorians. And already I have 4, 8, 12, 13 1 and 2 cost creatures. I might want to play with some of these, but maybe I won't for now. Most of you guys probably don't have any of the new cards yet, so I'll hold off on that. I will go with my 4 Radiant Glories and 4 Sun Riders. I do have a Griffin Battle Priest. I will not be using it. He has a very good passive special, which is heal 1 damage from your hero every turn. But only 4 health, he can get one-shotted by pretty much anything. He's not really worth it. A lot of you guys have Warrior Seraphs, so I think I'm actually going to throw those in here for a little bit of added damage and added hilarity. I do think I need more 3-cost creatures, so instead of throwing in these Griffin Marksmen, I'm actually going to throw in these Wolf Marksmen. Now I'm up to 29 creatures. I have some decent creatures here. I need a couple more. I will go with 1 Crusader Treasurer, because I doubt many of you have too many of these guys yet. I don't want to be too different from what you guys will have available. I don't really want to play the Chosen of Elrath. Angel of Mercy is an interesting choice, but I don't know if I need it. As you can see, I have a lot of these higher cost creatures that I'm not even going to consider, because like the Immaculate Glory is something I could consider because he's only a 4 might requirement, but usually investing in any sort of large creature like this is not worth it if you can't protect it. And 6 health is pretty good for 5 cost. He has Dark Ward, so he can't be Puppet Mastered or Soul Reavered. So he is my favorite of all these 5 cost creatures. Obviously there's the Crusader Commander, but he's a 5 might requirement, and I don't want to deal with that. So I could play this, but I'm not going to. He's also rare, so you guys probably don't have access to that yet. Orem's Chant, yeah, I can. I'm going to try to put this up on YouTube so you can watch the recording, and anyone else can watch the recording later. I need to set up my YouTube account to do that still, so I'm not quite sure when it will be available, but it should be available on my Twitch at least anyways, in the recently broadcasted section. Okay, so I need a few more creatures here. I have 30. I want to look at... I'll go with POW. I'll go with only 2 POW, just to be more similar to what you guys have. And go with 1 Watchman. Again, I don't want to stray too far. And I think I'll look at spells now. I probably will end up adding a few more creatures, but I want to look at spells. So a lot of you guys have Sunburst, so I don't feel bad about putting in 4 of those. It's a common spell. Definitely want 4 of those if you have them, if you're running a spell deck with Cassandra. Lightning Strikes. That's another common spell. I'm going to put in 3 of them. You guys probably don't have this yet. It's a new card. I'm really tempted to play with it, but I won't. I think I'm only going to put in 2 Lightning Bolts. Put in 2 Word of Lights. I'll put in none of these. So I've decided only on 11 spells that I actually like to have. I would put in 1 more Lightning Strike, but I will not, since none of you guys had 4 Lightning Strikes from what I remember. Maybe one of you did. Alright, so right now I'm at 44, so I need 6 more cards. Cards. I'll go with 4 Griffin Marksmen, and then I need some lower cost to balance that out. So we'll try the 2 DAs. And I'm only putting those in because of the Melee Guard 2. Otherwise, they don't really fit with the deck because they're too easily killed, and they don't contribute that much to my goal. Alright, and then for my events, and you notice I didn't even look at Fortunes, even though I have 2 Destiny, I could easily focus on Fortunes and get some of these, like Cosmic Singularity. I will not. I don't see too much benefit in any of the 2 cost stuff. It doesn't really enhance my deck's strategy at all. So, I will put in my Week of Taxes. And this might be the part where my deck differs from you, because I doubt any of you have 4 Week of Taxes yet. Because I didn't even have 4 Week of Taxes until last week. I'll play Week of Trainings. It's a common card, so I don't feel as bad. I have 6 of them after only 2 boxes, so you guys can get them too. Alright. Hey, what's up, Owens? Good to see you, man. Alright, someone just started playing. They're choosing Haven. Awesome. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys. Captain Haddock. No answers to Might of Nature. Oh, you're talking about my current deck. My current deck has no answers to Might of Nature. You make a good point. There's a very good case to include some Cleansing Lights. I'm going to include 2, and I'm going to take out 2 of my Griffin Marksmen. That's a great idea. Captain Haddock to the rescue. Dispels are so much more important now in today's game because there are just so many unique remains in play with Strength of the Sea and Might of Nature and everything else that I can't think of. Earth's Grasp